a leader of the Moors in northern Africa, was about to cross the ocean into Spain and take over Spain. He wanted to conquer Spain. Once he crossed the water, he told all of his soldiers, burn the boats. And they're like, man, what are you talking about? He said, burn all of these boats. He said, because we are either going to conquer Spain or we are going to die trying, but we are not going back. After you are clear about what your dream is, what's the next step? What's the very next step? After you've gotten clarity about who you want to be, where you want to go, what you want to make, what you'd like to experience, who you'd like to help, what you'd like to drive, what you'd like to live in, where you'd like to live, what you would like your bank account to look like. Once you've gotten clarity about your dream, what's the next step? That's what this video is about. Hi, I'm Dr. Manny Scott, and I want to encourage you to please like this video, subscribe to this channel, hit the notification bell, because I'm going to continue just sharing wisdom and insight and expertise and lessons with you that have really changed my life, that I think can really add value to your life. Okay? So after you figure out what your dream is, after you've written it down, after you've gotten clarity about it, what's the very next step? Well, the very next thing you need to do is to decide. You have to decide that no matter what, I'm going to figure out how to achieve that dream. No matter what, I'm going to figure out how to make that dream a reality. You have to decide. You have power to decide what you're going to do with your life and with your time. Listen, I believe it's your decisions, not your conditions, that ultimately determine your destiny. I understand that conditions are hard. I understand how hard it is to be born into poverty, to be born into a dysfunctional family, to be born into an environment where there's abuse and there's drug addiction and there's violence and there's death and there's all of that. I understand what darkness and depression and destitution looks like and feels like. I come out of that. But I've also learned that you are greater than your circumstances. It is your decisions, not your conditions, that ultimately determine your destiny. And so what is a decision? Let me come at it this way. When you make an incision, if you've ever dissected a frog or an animal or a shark, in high school, I dissected a shark and a frog. When you make an incision with the scalpel, you cut it open, you cut into something. That's an incision. When you make a decision, you are cutting away some things. And so when you make a decision, you are cutting away every other option that you have and picking one. That's a decision. A leader of the Moors in northern Africa was about to cross the ocean into Spain and take over Spain. He wanted to conquer Spain. Once he crossed the water, he told all of his soldiers, burn the boats. And they're like, man, what are you talking about? He said, burn all of these boats. He said, because we are either going to conquer Spain or we are going to die trying, but we are not going back. He made a decision. The point is, when you make a decision, you're deciding to burn the boats. You're deciding to burn every other bridge and option that will allow you to back out of that decision. You're deciding that you're not going back. You're making a decision that you are moving forward and you're following one path. You're going to go in one direction. You are going to achieve one goal. You're going to achieve one dream, and it is non-negotiable. I am not negotiating with my dreams. I am not negotiating with myself. This dream will become a reality. I'm going to figure it out or I'm going to die trying. There was a mountain climber and he was climbing a mountain and he said, you'll see me at the top or you'll find me dead on the side, but I'm not coming down. Have you decided that you're going to achieve the summit? You're going to make it to the top of that mountain, or you're going to die on the side of that mountain, but you're not coming down. Have you decided that you're going to conquer whatever that is, or you're going to die trying because you're not going back? In high school, I applied to several colleges, and one of the colleges I got accepted into was UC Berkeley, the #1 public university in the world at the time. And today, actually right now, I think the US World News Report said that Berkeley's the #1 public university in the world. And I flew from Los Angeles to Oakland, California. And I got off the plane. I'd never visited Berkeley before. I'd never been to the Bay Area before. My teacher told me that it was a good school. And so my mom gave me $20 and told me have a nice life. I got on that plane and I landed in Oakland. I walked out of Oakland with my raggedy luggage. I had this pillow, and in the distance you could see the campanile at UC Berkeley's campus. I stood on that curb looking at that campanile, and I was scared. I didn't know what college was. I didn't know what it could do for you. I didn't know how hard it would be. I didn't know what I'd have to do. I just did it. I didn't know. Standing there on that curb at the Oakland International Airport, I just had this certainty in my heart that I have to figure it out. Sometimes the only reason you go forward is because you can't go back. And so that day I decided, man, I'm going forward. There are too many people back home believing in me, who are looking up to me, who are proud of me. There are too many people back home who wanted me to fail. Standing there, I just in my heart, I said, man, you've got to figure it out. I made a decision that somehow, some way I was going to figure it out. That's what a decision is. I don't have all the answers, but I'm gonna figure it out. You have to decide that you're going to figure it out. It is your decisions, not your conditions, that ultimately determine your destiny. Have you made a decision? Have you made the decision that you're going to achieve that dream, that you're going to accomplish that goal, no matter what? Have you made that decision? Because if you haven't, it's unlikely that you'll achieve it. And so I want to encourage you to make a decision. Cut away every other option. Burn the boats. Conquer that mountain. Climb that mountain. Make a decision to make that dream a reality. Once you have determined that your dream will become a reality, once you have made that decision, you'll figure out how to make that a reality. And I'm going to share another video that gives you more information on the next step after you've made a decision. So I'm not done teaching you, but you need to know that after you've gotten clarity about what your dream is, you need to make a decision that you're going to achieve that dream no matter what. Don't negotiate with yourself. Don't compromise yourself. Don't lower your standards. Don't wallow in your pity. Don't settle for mediocrity. Don't settle for average. Don't settle for misery. Don't settle for poverty. Don't settle for sadness. You can work through all of that to build the kind of life that you want. I'm living proof. Several of my friends are also living proof. You can achieve your dreams. Make a decision. Make a decision that your grades are going to be more important than you trying to get some girl's number. That your books are more important than you trying to hang out with some boys. That you focusing on your academics, that you focusing on bettering yourself, you reading those books, you getting that degree, you going to those classes. Make those decisions that need to be made so you can get rid of all of the distractions and all of the fluff and all of the stuff that's slowing you down, that's wasting your time. All right? I'm Dr. Manny Scott, and I thank you for watching this video. If it blessed you in any way, like the video, subscribe to this channel, hit the notification bell, leave a comment, and share it with someone that you think needs to make a decision. And I will see you soon. Thank you for watching. Be salty.